When we think of Cristiano Ronaldo, the first thing that comes to mind is his goals, his speed, and his incredible talent in football. But today, we will not talk about that. Today, you will get to know the more human side of CR7, the man who has shown that his greatness is not only on the pitch, but also in his heart. The whistle blew to mark the end of the match. The stadium roared with unbridled energy as Cristiano Ronaldo raised his arms to the sky. It had been a crushing victory, another hat trick in his endless list of achievements. But while his teammates celebrated and the cameras focused on him in admiration, his mind was elsewhere. Something that had happened a few hours before the match had left a weight on his heart. That morning, during a break between training sessions, his agent had handed him a letter. It was not just any letter. It was a testimony of hope, of struggle, of a mother pleading for help for her son. His name was Miguel, a boy of barely 8 years old, with eyes full of dreams and an immense passion for football, but with a dark shadow threatening his future. A brain tumor that required urgent and expensive surgery. Cristiano had read the letter over and over again. He imagined Miguel wearing one of his shirts, running after a ball, smiling despite adversity. He knew what it was like to fight. He knew what it was like to strive to achieve a dream. But he also knew that not everyone had the same opportunities. Hours later, with sweat still dripping down his forehead after the match, he headed to the press area. Before the journalist could ask him questions about his performance, Cristiano took the microphone and, in a firm but emotional voice, said, "Today I want to talk about something more important than football. I want to talk about Miguel, a child who needs our help. And I want you to know that I will do everything possible to ensure that he receives the surgery he needs." Silence fell over the room. Camera flashes illuminated his serious and determined face. It wasn't just a promise, it was a commitment. Social media exploded with the news. Miguel's name and Cristiano Ronaldo's promise became trending in a matter of minutes. Millions of people began sharing the story, and soon, the boy's family received thousands of messages of support from fans around the world. That same night, Cristiano contacted Miguel's mother. Her voice was shaky but full of hope. "I know it's been a difficult road," she said softly, "but I want you to know that Miguel is going to receive the best medical care possible." Within 48 hours, a team of specialists had been summoned. The operation would take place at one of the best hospitals in the country. Cristiano not only took care of covering all the expenses, but also arranged a surprise visit for Miguel before the intervention. When the boy saw his idol walk through the door of his room, his eyes sparkled with excitement. Despite the wires and monitors surrounding him, his smile lit up the room. "Cristiano!" she exclaimed in a weak but enthusiastic voice. The footballer approached and gently took his hand. "You are a warrior, Miguel, and soon you will be running on the field again." Then he handed him an autographed shirt with a special message. "For my friend Miguel, a champion on and off the field." The day of the surgery came quickly. The family waited anxiously while the doctors worked in the operating room. Outside, Cristiano Ronaldo also waited for news, with the same tension as if he were playing in a Champions League final. The hours passed slowly and full of uncertainty. Each minute that passed felt like an eternity. Cristiano, sitting in the waiting room next to Miguel's family, tried to stay calm. He held a small soccer ball in his hands, turning it between his fingers while his mind traveled through different thoughts. Finally, the operating room door opened and the surgeon emerged with a look of relief. "The operation was a success," he announced with a smile. "Miguel is stable and will be able to wake up soon." Tears of happiness welled up in Miguel's mother's eyes. Cristiano felt a huge weight lift off his chest. He stood up and hugged the woman, sharing that moment of relief. "I knew he would make it," he said with a sincere smile. Hours later, when Miguel woke up, the first thing he saw was his mother, and, when he turned his head, Cristiano Ronaldo smiling at him. "Welcome back, champion," the footballer told him, holding in his hands another special gift. A ball signed by his entire team. The following days were a whirlwind of emotions. Miguel began his recovery with admirable strength. Every small advance was celebrated like a goal in a final. Cristiano, despite his commitments, made sure to stay up to date with his progress, sending him messages of support and video calls. A week later, when Miguel was able to take his first steps after surgery, Cristiano decided to surprise him again. He organized a special meeting at the stadium where he used to play, so that Miguel could step onto the pitch with him. The day arrived, and Miguel, wearing the team uniform and a big smile, walked hand in hand with Cristiano to the center of the field. The public, aware of the story, burst into applause. Miguel picked up the ball and with the help of his idol made a small pass. The applause was deafening. Cristiano knelt down beside him and whispered, "Today you played the most important game of your life and you won it. You will always be a champion." The cameras captured the moment, and the image of Cristiano and Miguel hugging each other on the field became a symbol of hope and solidarity. Miguel still had a long road to recovery, but with the support of his family, the doctors and his idol, he knew he would make it. Months later, Miguel returned to the hospital for his last medical checkup. The doctors confirmed what everyone expected. His recovery had been a complete success. His eyes shone with joy, and his mother could not hold back her tears of happiness. Cristiano, upon hearing the news, arranged one last surprise for Miguel. He invited him to a special match, this time not just as a spectator, but as part of the team. In the locker room, Miguel was given an official uniform with his name on the back and the number 7, in honor of his idol. When Miguel stepped onto the pitch once again, the stadium roared with applause. Cristiano took him by the hand and handed him the ball. "Today this goal is yours," he told him with a smile. Miguel ran, kicked hard, and the ball crossed the goal line. The crowd erupted in cheers, celebrating not just a goal, but the victory of life over adversity. Cristiano Ronaldo showed that football is more than a game. It is a bridge of hope, a vehicle to change lives. And in that stadium, under the bright lights, Miguel learned that dreams, no matter how difficult they may seem, can come true. If you were as moved by this gesture as we were, please support us with a like and share this video so more people can see Cristiano Ronaldo's incredible heart. And don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories like this one. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about how many goals we score in life, it's about how many lives we touch with our actions.